So you saw the thumbnail, and we are going to try to determine whether Nacho can do 100x this cycle, and of course on the top of that we are going to cover short-term price prediction for Kaspa and BTC as well. Guys, welcome back to the channel. My name is Luke, and if you are new, consider subscribing, and of course a quick disclaimer that this video is not financial advice. And now let's get the party started. So guys, first of all, Nacho is now live on CoinGecko. This is obviously looking more and more legit now. As you can clearly see, we've got Nacho on CoinGecko, and market cap is sitting at 59.2 million USD. And as for exchanges, Nacho is listed on only 2 exchanges, Pionex on CoinX. Guys, you can imagine what is going to happen when this coin is going to get listed on more exchanges. Of course, not mentioning about Coinbase and Binance, but that's obviously funny because firstly Kaspa has to get listed on these exchanges. Nevertheless, things are looking good. Now guys, let's have a look at a little bit of a situation with Kaspa. So KRC20 is booming, and many new users are flocking to Kaspa to get in on the action. Most of the tokens are fair launched, so tons of retail traders are making money, not just insiders with pre-allocations. Guys, again, meme coins are quite risky. Just in general, crypto is risky, so please make sure that you kind of invest any type of money that you're willing to lose in terms of meme coins. And now guys, speaking about KRC20, over 16 million transactions on proof of work in the last 24 hours, more than 185 TPS during those 24 hours. Somehow you can still buy Kaspa for less than $5. Guys, obviously price is not picking up because many people don't really have an access to Kaspa, right? Because many people are actually waiting for these more centralized exchanges and top tier exchanges to list. And obviously the legal situation in America currently doesn't really allow Kaspa to be listed, so on and so forth. But obviously I believe that price of Kaspa is going to pick up. Now before we are going to look at BTC, let's have a look at Kaspa. So this is a daily time frame for our beloved Kaspa, guys. Now another day basically that is confirming to us that this was just a moment of shakiness, that basically was meant for people to sell their Kaspa to the whales, right, and big players. So from the standpoint of a daily, Kaspa is still creating an uptrend, which obviously is a bullish thing. Stochastic RSI is sitting at, well, let's say oversold area, so technically we could experience a little bit of a pullback, potentially even retest of this zone depending on what BTC is going to do. But of course we are going to get into BTC very soon. So MACD flipped bullish on a daily, which is definitely a great outlook, because last time MACD flipped bullish on a daily, that was basically 2 weeks of let's say this bullish momentum. That was obviously from here to here. Okay, not mentioning about this, obviously that momentum was going towards the downside, right? So let's say that we could expect another 2 or 3 weeks, of course based on this, of potential upside for Kaspa, which obviously could be firstly 14 cents in my opinion, and then probably trying to conquer the level of top of that range, which is at around, well, let's say 17 cents I believe firstly, but that's obviously based on liquidity, and of course probably trying to conquer the top of this range, which is at 24 cents. Not mentioning about new price discovery, but of course let's see these 14 cents first. Guys, from the standpoint of weekly, this is how things are looking like. Kaspa doesn't really go towards the upside if it comes to stochastic RSI, but that's totally fine because we know what is going to come after such exhaustion in terms of RSI and oversold area. Now guys, let's have a look at BTC, because obviously Kaspa doesn't really thrive properly because BTC cannot really behave itself, because BTC saw highs of 69k and at the moment it's currently trading at 66k 500, and we are seeing proper retest of this zone, which is sitting at, well, this current price. So let's go back to daily time frame for BTC, and as you can guys clearly see, BTC is pulling towards this level of liquidity, which already grabbed it. Okay, in here I believe the liquidity was grabbed at 2 weekly outlook. Let me actually have a look at 24 hourly. So from the standpoint of 24 hours for BTC, we can clearly see that liquidity was grabbed, and now potentially the price might gonna go towards these levels of 68,200 on 24 hourly heat map. Anyways, let's have a look at overall picture for BTC. Let me quickly type BTC in here and let's put 7 daily. So 7 daily is basically showing us that more people are shorting Bitcoin right now. Okay, so that is very juicy from the standpoint of market makers, right? And most likely the price might gonna go against these traders, right? They are basically betting that the price of BTC is going to go towards the downside. But the thing is that BTC already went towards the downside, so people obviously got late as usual. Nonetheless, guys, we could see some shakiness and potential manipulation, you know, in a matter of these 2-3 weeks, I believe, because obviously the market is anticipating these elections that I'm mentioning about every single day now, but obviously that is important. In this particular scenario where BTC is pulling back and potentially is going to conquer, you know, levels of 68, let's say, Kaspa obviously is not really decisive, right? I believe that BTC first has to conquer, well, this level in here, properly stabilize above level of previous all-time highs, which is at 74,143 to be almost exact, as you guys can clearly see in here. And then probably Kaspa and other altcoins, of course, is going to go towards the upside. And of course, guys, don't worry, I didn't forget about Nacho. We are going to talk about Nacho very soon. Okay, so let's have a look at inflows very quickly. We've got negative outflows as of yesterday, actually 79.1 million USD, but that's all right after such a bullish, well, couple of days basically. So guys, nothing to be worried about. I do believe that this is just a liquidity grab from the standpoint of market makers, obviously, and Kaspa in this condition doesn't really go towards the upside, but no worries, because the overall market isn't going towards the upside like it should. And we know this by, let's say, looking at total crypto market cap, that is excluding top 10. So now all of these altcoins are pulling back and they got rejected from this level, right? So I was mentioning in a previous updates that potentially these altcoins could see the double top, right? I don't really want to say that this is so easy, but well, according to the playbook patterns, right, the double top is playing out at the moment, guys, right? But of course, you know, that's also based on the liquidity and the current situation of what is going on, etc. Of course, I do remind that the retail is not back yet. So guys, we could potentially see another shake off. That is definitely possible. Okay, please remember that people that are basically manipulating these markets, because I believe that these markets are manipulated, perhaps not 100%, but they are definitely are. They don't want you to win. All of these whales, institutions and banks, etc. So guys, I am not selling my Kaspa, my Nacho. I don't sell anything. I'm currently holding all of my altcoins and I'm just waiting for the proper expansion. But obviously what we have to anticipate firstly is BTC actually having its run, and then probably altcoins are going to go towards the upside. All right, so let's have a look at the short term for Kaspa, and then we are going to go towards Nacho. Okay, don't worry guys. So firstly, Bybit, Kaspa on a daily. So we've got more short, $2.2 million only on Bybit versus 2.09. Okay, so from the standpoint of market makers, well, this amount of money definitely looks much juicier. However, if I'm going to put Kaspa on 7 daily, we can see that everybody is longing Kaspa at the moment, right? So the question is, could we see another shakeout towards the downside for Kaspa? Well, let's have a look at the heat map itself. So this is 24 hourly, first of all, only on Bybit. So Kaspa could potentially dip towards these levels and retest them again. 12 cents 6. Since the price is so close, that is very possible that the price could dip towards the downside and then, well, finally reach these levels of 14.3, 14.6, so on and so forth. So let's zoom this thing out to the weekly time frame, well, heat map actually, and we can see that there is definitely more liquidity in these areas. Let me zoom out further, let's say monthly, and let's see what is the situation from the standpoint of liquidity on a monthly time frame for Kaspa. So we've got these levels and now we've got these levels in here, guys. All right, so I guess, you know, patience is going to be rewarded. Let's see. And now guys, Nacho. Okay, so this is where I have put a little bit of money into Nacho. That was $200 to be exact, and at the moment it's around 285 Nacho that I currently hold in my public portfolio. So guys, obviously this is short term. This is 15 minutes chart for Nacho, and I don't necessarily care, you know, of the short term price prediction, because I'm actually curious if this thing can do 100x, and of course we are going to look at that 100x very soon. But guys, before that, we have to remember that, you know, this is what happened in 2020. There was exactly the same scenario. We had bull flag in 2020. We've got this shakiness towards the downside. That was, of course, you know, C19 type of a situation, and after that we saw this. So this is where we are at the moment. Of course, BTC is not currently trading at 260, as you can clearly see in here. However, this bull flag is almost identical. And on the top of that, guys, this chart is also showing that whales and big institutions, etc., are accumulating BTC like crazy, and the price didn't pick up yet, okay? But I believe it probably will after elections. So of course, more money is going to fly into BTC, then it's going to fly out to other projects like Kaspa, and then probably to Nacho. And speaking about Nacho, guys, let's compare, what can potentially happen with our beloved Nacho, all right? So first of all, I would like to compare it based on what other meme coins have basically achieved in the previous cycle, and some of them are from this current cycle, which are, well, basically new. I would like to give you kind of a broad spectrum of previous gains. So if we are going to look at Shiba has reached 41 billion in terms of market cap in the previous cycle, okay? Pepe reached 6.9, and this is its first run. Bread at the moment is trading at 1.8 roughly, okay? Bonk is at $2.5 billion, and we've got Doge, that was obviously the biggest one, right? 90 billion USD. And now we've got our bill of Nacho as of the time of recording this video, 59.9 million USD, as you can see in here. Well, almost, okay? I did that around 10 minutes ago. But anyways, guys, so for example, if Nacho would do 100x, that will have to put this meme at the price of 5.9 billion USD, right? To be exact, let's have a look. 9 times 100, okay? So we've got basically 5,990, but obviously that's 5.9 billion USD. So looking at these market cap evaluations, I do believe that this is definitely possible. And now, guys, am I telling you to buy any meme coin? Am I telling you to buy Nacho? No, definitely not. This is not financial advice. I'm just letting you know that this 100x is definitely possible, okay? So if you're interested into degening into Nacho or any other altcoin, make sure that you check out, well, the links basically to Pionex, because that's where Nacho is currently available, or other altcoins or whatever it is that you guys desire, okay? Guys, I hope that this helps, and I hope that you have enjoyed the update. As usual, peace and love crypto, and have a great day.